Welcome, this is Denome. In this video I am reviewing Enjin Coin, what it is, what it can do, what are the good and the bad sides of Enjin Coin, and I will also give you my prediction of its long-term potential, and I will give you a short-term technical analysis at the end of this video as well. And if you think this is interesting, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel of course, if you haven't already, and let's get started. So first, what is Enjin? They are basically just bringing blockchain to gaming. So as if you download almost any game on your phone or your computer, you know they have some sort of in-game currency there. If it's gold or silver or some sort of crystals or whatever, you can build that ecosystem on top of Enjin Coin. And on top of that, when you own gold in game, or you own an asset like an item or a character or a reward or an achievement, they are all owned in the blockchain. So you can sell that asset, you can melt it for Enjin Coin, or you can sell that asset on the Enjin wallet marketplace and make some profit from gaming. So that's pretty cool. So I already saw some of these in-game items and they were selling for like almost $200 already. So that's another idea for making money if you're a gamer. But what you can also do, it's like a multiverse. So you can earn rewards or items or achievements in a game and bring them to another game. And the best analogy I can make is Ready Player One. And if you have seen this movie, then you know exactly what I mean. But for those who haven't, this movie is about people who are sharing in one massive universe, and you can have items from different games, and then they have this massive adventure in this game, in this movie, of course. So that's what they are basically doing with Enjin, or they try to do. And where they are currently, if we go to CoinMarketCap, you can see that their market cap is 157 million. So that's pretty good, but the market cap for the gaming industry is about 160 billion to 180 billion. So this is about 1,000th of the total market cap of gaming. So they still have a lot of room to grow. And if you take a look at the total supply is 1 billion, and from that total supply already 821 million has been released. So the inflation for Enjin is not much, so this is good for investors. And if we take a look at the price chart quickly, you can see we are now trading at $0.2 and we're hitting this resistance line. And I will give you my technical analysis at the end of this video, but you can just take a look at where we have been. And they were actually founded in 2009, and they were a gaming community platform. So they hosted different clans, chats, and so forth. But they have changed their business model since those times. So they started developing this blockchain for gaming. And they raised their ICO with they raised 19 million USD worth of capital for their ICO, and since then they've been developing the platform very heavily and gaining partnerships. So if you go to their about page, you can find their team here, and it's pretty good and dedicated team here. And you can see that from the total supply, about 10 million Enjin is currently locked in digital assets, and it's not a lot. So the number one use case for Enjin is still trading and investing. But if you look at here, they are partnered with Samsung, Microsoft, Unity, Godot, and Blockchain Game Alliance. And if you don't know what Unity and Godot are, they are game engines. So basically, when you are a game developer, you most often use a pre-existing game engine to build your game on. And the reason is that you don't have to program your own gravity, you don't have to program your animations. You can simply like drag and paste different building blocks here and build your own quest lines, characters, animations, and different interactions with these game engines. And Unity is one of the most popular ones for small developers. So it's really nice that you can already have a software development kit on Unity, so they can just implement Enjin on their platform as well. And Samsung partnership, they actually released it about this time, I think, which caused a massive run to the upside. So this coin seems to have a lot of room to grow whenever there are like good news. And let's take a look at some of the games. So you can go to Powered by Enjin tab on their website, and you can see that they are actually building a game with Microsoft, and it's this Azure Heroes. It has not been released yet, so I don't know that much about this game yet. I was hoping I could play that. I actually installed Forgotten Artifacts on my computer and played it a little bit. Uh, it's like a Diablo copy, and I didn't like it at all. I was playing it for like 25 minutes, and it's super slow, and I just didn't like it. Sorry about that. This solution, this is a game on Steam actually, and if you go over to Steam, you can download the game on your Steam and just start playing, and then you can attach your Enjin wallet later for the digital assets. And if you take a look at the reviews here, you can see that 61% gave a positive review. So not too many positive reviews on this game. So let's see how it goes. But it's like a FPS MMORPG game, sort of like Destiny or Destiny 2. And I haven't tried this game either because I own a MacBook, so I cannot play these FPS games. My computer cannot handle it. But that's just some of the games here. I was actually hoping I could play this. They have a Binance game here. They have Altverse and Bitcoin hodler game. A lot of crypto-related games. But let's take a look at this one. I was wanting to play this Kingdom Carnage, and most of these games are still in like closed beta, or they are still developing, so they have not been released. And that goes for Kingdom Carnage as well. So I was hoping I could create an account here, but they are in closed beta. So I actually signed up for this. And if you guys from Kingdom Carnage see this video, I hope you give me access, because I would like to play this game. I like these collectible games as well. So this is a nice addition to gaming, that you can actually interact with other people on the marketplace and bring assets from other games to the platform as well. And now let's take a look at the good and the bad sides of Enjin. So the good sides is that only 1,000 of the total market cap of gaming has been tapped. So they still have room to grow. And they're bringing a new, unique aspect to gaming that has not been available before. So you can have this like between game interactions, and you can have the marketplace. That's pretty nice. It benefits the small developers, because the more you have small developers developing on this one platform, if you have already integrated to the Enjin system, it incentivizes those people to explore different games in this ecosystem. So it's like a positive loop, that the more there are these small developers, the bigger it grows. And also when you want to sell, let's say you find a legendary sword and you want to sell it for money. If you have been playing like World of Warcraft or something else, you have to go to eBay to sell it if you don't want the in-game currency. And when you sell it, the developer doesn't profit from that in any way. But with Enjin, the developers actually profit from those transactions on the marketplace in a tiny bit. So that also is another revenue source for these developers. And the good side is also, if there is one good game that will just break through the mud, then this coin can skyrocket. Because once a game has been built on Enjin, I don't think they will change from that model anymore. So there will be massive demand for one coin. Just imagine if Fortnite or Minecraft had been developed on Enjin originally. Because Fortnite, they run this in-game currency called V-Bucks, and a lot of people own V-Bucks, and they have other games also which use V-Bucks, I think. Not 100% sure. But just imagine if that coin had actually been on blockchain. But it is not. But if they can have one good game here, it will just drive this adoption like super fast. And they have partnerships with Samsung and Microsoft, which is really good. And they also have a use case outside of gaming as well, because digital assets can be used in many other areas as well. For example, you can have live events where you need to hold a ticket in order to participate in the event. But if you have a tokenized ticket, then it's very, very hard or impossible to counterfeit that ticket. So a tokenized ticket for an event that you just scan with your QR code, that's another use case, and there are many, many others as well. But on the bad side, what about taxation? Because in some countries, cryptocurrencies are not actually currencies, as they are considered as assets. And there's a tax implication when you get the asset and when you sell the asset. So for instance, if the kid receives a sword which is worth, let's say, $20, but 1 year from now or 4 months from now, that sword is suddenly worth $400. What is the tax implication for that? And what is the regulatory requirements for that asset as well? So this is an interesting question, and I wasn't able to find an answer for this. And I think this is going to be causing some problems, or at least headaches, because crypto taxation is already a big mess. And just imagine people not understanding that they are having a taxable event. It's going to be interesting. And also, seamless integration is still a way, because now you have to have the Enjin wallet, and then you have to memorize 12 word phrase in order to use that wallet. So if you're a kid who wants to play a game, I don't know if they understand that they have to memorize the keys. Maybe they lose access to those to the private key. So there's definitely something in order to drive the adoption in this sense, because the gamers, they just want to game. They're not interested into creating a wallet and having a weird ecosystem. And currently, some of these games were really, really hard to get into. Like, you have to have the wallet before you can actually play the game. So it's a little bit hard to get into the ecosystem. Another bad side is investors holding Enjin coins, because Enjin was made for gamers to transact inside the games. But if there are investors and traders, most of the coins are currently just traded and invested. So if investors are holding Enjin, it has an effect on the in-game economy and the in-game experience as well. So it's a little bit hard to create an ecosystem inside your game if you're not 100% in control over your in-game economy. If you have ever played some game like World of Warcraft, it's like in-game economy is really, really subtle. And if you screw it up, people get really angry. Like, for instance, a lot of time in World of Warcraft goes into making gold. But if there's an imbalance, like you can make gold in this one area super easily, then people will start exploiting that, and that can like cause massive problems. Because when people feel they are not treated fairly, or if things are too easy, then these are two extremes, and you have to walk in the middle somewhere. And if you are not in 100% control over your own economy, then it can be a little bit hard. Another bad side is that established developers, I don't think they will be adopting Enjin. And the reason is that they don't have anything to gain from this platform. Think about it. You're Fortnite and you have this user base, and you have other games also that are in your ecosystem. If you start using Enjin, you suddenly give access for other game companies and game developers to access your ecosystem. So you're basically creating competitors, because these players, they are now have access to these games as well. So do you want to lose gamers? You don't want to lose. You want to keep your own gamers inside your own games. So I don't think they will ever start using Enjin. If Enjin, however, grows super high, then they may have some incentive to actually start using Enjin, so they can tap into the big market. But as of now, when it's growing, I don't think the established developers will be adopting Enjin. And the way I think Enjin will grow in the future is just by having these small indie developers developing games, and this community growing and growing and growing, which is like a positive loop. The more developers there are, the more people get interested, they install the wallet, they start using it, maybe they have a bad experience, but then there's another game. So as long as people are inside this ecosystem, I don't think they will want to start playing a game from outside that ecosystem, because they can make money here and they have collected this collectible arena for themselves inside this Enjin ecosystem. So after it starts to establish itself, I don't think people will want to integrate out of that ecosystem. So that's the way I think it will grow. And of course, there's this chance that there will be one breakthrough game. And next, would I buy Enjin or not? And let's take a short-term look first. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, if you go over to here, resources and blog, one of the most recent blog posts was the implementation of a plugin for Minecraft. And if you don't know Minecraft, it is one of the most popular games out there currently. And with this plugin, people who are running Minecraft servers can implement Enjin inside their Minecraft games. And they have a video at the end of this blog post here. And in this video, they show that when you are, let's pause this, let's put X. So when you log in first to this Minecraft server, you will see this QR code. So you would simply open your Enjin wallet on your phone and scan this QR code. And when you have scanned the QR code, then you are able to access your different items from other games. And here they are actually doing that. They are summoning this companion. Oh, let me see. It's hidden behind him, of course. Let me find him here, the boss. So this was a companion that they were able to summon because they are like a founder or early adopter. So that's pretty cool. But it's up to the gamers at the end if they will adopt this coin, if they want to stick around for this ecosystem, if they see the value of being inside this ecosystem, and of course the regulatory environment as well. Now let's take a look at the price. So now we are here in trading view and we are looking at Enjin Coin against US dollar. And if you don't know how to read this chart, you can click here right now. I have made a video how I make technical analysis, and I will teach you these different indicators, how you can draw these trend lines and so forth. But now we can just take a look at this price, and we can see that the price is currently in this channel. And if we take a look at the price here, you can see whenever it touches this bottom channel here, then it had a rally up to the upside. So you could expect a move to the upside, but if you draw this, take a, how do I say, if you take a zoomed out view here, you can see that they have this horizontal resistance line. So whenever it has touched this area, then it had a massive pullback. It touched this again here, a massive pullback. And now we have touched this and we had a pullback. So we'll see if it will continue to the downside or not. And that's why I use different indicators like RSI. There's divergence here in the RSI, which is a bad sign because the price has been trending up while the RSI has been trending down. So there's a divergence, which usually means there will be a reversal in the price. As well as here is MACD. This is another indicator, and you can see this MACD histogram. It's also trending to the downside as well, while price has been going up. So it signals reversal as well. So would I buy it at this price level? The answer is I would not buy it at this price level, and that's just me. And we can even look at from the bottom of the recent dump. It had a nice 400% run already. So I'm expecting a pullback to the downside. It can come back to this support level or even lower. So we'll see where it will go. And another reason for another thing for the long run also is that this is a utility coin, and they have a nice partnership with what was it? Dissolution. Dissolution, I think, was the Dissolution was the game. They have a nice partnership with Dissolution as well, but they don't have many games that I would like to play. And I think I will start getting into Enjin when they have a game that I will actually want to play myself. But I don't want to just hold the Enjin Coin just for the sake of holding it because it is a utility coin. But when I see a game that I myself want to play, or I can see that other people would like to play, then I will probably get in, and the price has to be in a level that I find that it's a good level. This level, I think it will have a pullback to the downside. That's just my opinion. So if it comes down to the downside, then I will probably pick it up because it makes these nice moves to the upside, and I don't see this development going away anytime soon because they have a good momentum already with Samsung and Microsoft and other gaming studios as well, especially with their indie studios. So yeah, that's my long-term view and short-term view. If you want to actually purchase Enjin Coin, you can actually buy it from crypto.com, and they have a special event where you can purchase it at a 25% discount in 8 days from now or 9 days from now. And I've made a video about Syndicate Events before, so you can watch that one to learn more, or you can come to this website. I will link this in the description as well. That's it for this video. If you find this interesting, hit the like button, and if you like this kind of content, subscribe for more, and leave your comments and questions down below in the comment section, and I will answer each and every question and comment as well. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.